it's me, and today's video is a video I never thought I'd ever do. For sake of simplicity, there is a person in this video who I'm going to be referring to a lot, but I want to keep their identity anonymous, so to speak, because in reality this person is very nice, despite what you may hear. So to keep them completely anonymous, because they are a great person, I'm going to be referring to this person throughout the video as simply Jeb. Keeping with the theme that I have on the channel for some reason of naming everything that I don't know the name of with a J. Now, for all the kids out there watching, all two of you, this is a fun lesson in what's called false advertising. Now, since the first Oregon Story video, a lot of events have happened. First things first, that video took place on Monday evening. And after the video was finished, I was escorted out by the federal police. Kidding. That's right, that's what I say. Do you believe me? What actually happened was I left and there was no problems. I played the organ, everything was good, as I said in my video. Now I went back the next night on Tuesday night, where again, I played no problems. Here, I'll even recreate what happened in a very crude sketch drawing that I did probably in 2 minutes. So here I was on the organ, everything was fine on Tuesday night, when one of my dons was actually also there in the building. And they said that it was actually fine to play the organ, because I asked them, obviously I was still a bit nervous, and they said it was actually encouraged to play these instruments. So I thought, oh, that's great. So with that information, I moseyed on over again Wednesday afternoon, back to the organ to play a few more songs, when I was then curiously stopped by Jeb. Now, Jeb turned out to be an incredibly nice person and gave me some new information on the organ. Now, that information was that the organ was actually controlled by my school's faculty, the heinous and evil, incredibly evil faculty of music. And they were holding, conveniently, a meeting in 1 week that was going to decide if they were going to continue to let people that aren't in the faculty of music to continue to play that organ. A bit suspicious, if you ask me, but whatever. I couldn't do anything at the time because it was almost winter break, exams were coming up, and I had no other choice, so I decided to follow along. So a week passes with no organ. I hear nothing from Jeb, no email, no telephone, no telegram, no carrier pigeon, nothing. So I reach out to them, and they said eventually, after about a few days, some pretty interesting thing. Here, I'm gonna read the like last time. I'm gonna read the email. Now, keep in mind this isn't the full email because it reveals some personal information, and I don't want to give that away. But what it says in brief is, at this point in time, we are not allowing anyone other than authorized people to play the organ. It is in need of some repairs, and we do not wish to further jeopardize the instrument's well-being. I said that was okay. Obviously, you know, I'm not part of the faculty of music, you know, I don't have to play the organ. But then you start to read into the email, and it poses what I like to call the big conundrum. The first problem with this email is that it says that the organ needs repairs. What repairs? I have video proof of me playing the organ perfectly. No technical faults. So the repairs thing doesn't make much sense, unless it's something under the hood that I'm not getting, obviously, right? But the fact still stands that I was playing it with no issues. The second issue is that only authorized people are allowed to play it, but now nobody's allowed to play it, and you'll see why in a second. So with that bit of heartbreaking knowledge that I can't play the organ, and there's nothing to do because it's winter break, I decide to go back after the winter break to check everything out, because that building actually owns the piano that's there. So the piano, Jeb said, was fine for me to play because it's belonging to that faculty, but I just can't play the organ. So play the piano I did, and here's a picture of me playing that piano because, I don't know, it was quite fun. It's a great grand piano. But something caught my eye. I had noticed that on a cheaply set up music stand, there was a sign set up that wasn't there before. Because you can see in my video before, it wasn't there before. I have video proof of this. There's a new sign there saying that only faculty and staff are allowed on the balcony. I wonder who that's for. Now, being the good student that I am, I obviously had to go up to the balcony anyways. I was expecting booby traps, lasers, trap doors, all that like. But what I found next was far worse. At this, they removed the key ignition for the organ. Let me repeat. They surgically removed the ignition that turns on the organ. That's not an easy task. They had to, I don't even know how they did it. They had to, I don't know. And now this way, I can't play the organ because I can. You know why? Because no one can. This isn't the pettiest thing. I don't know what is. First off, there's nothing wrong with the organ in the first place. So as far as I could tell, I wasn't bothering anybody. I made sure to do that. I can even show proof in my video. And of course, nobody else was playing it. It's just me. Jeb claims that it needs repairs. But so far, all they've done is permanently break it. Also, this Jeb inclined that it may take years to fix this organ, implying that they can't do it because they only have a limited amount of technicians on site to actually fix this organ. And fair point, obviously it's an organ, you know, not many people know how to fix this. But what I'm thinking is they had to have somebody with the knowledge to remove that complicated part in the first place. So do they have somebody that has knowledge on the organ or not? So I apologize for what I said in the last video, as it may never come true anymore. All that's left to do now is to honor the great instrument that gave me 2 hours of beauty, song, and joy. And this is an after credit scene. This is a cry for help. I have uncovered something huge. I'm going to make an Organ Story 3. I don't know when, I don't know why. I'm uncovering something very big here.